Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Ex-NBA star believes Lakers coach J.J. Redick already deserves to be fired. The Los Angeles Lakers are reeling. They have fallen to 9th in the Western Conference and are coming off their ugliest loss of the season, a 109-80 blowout to the Minnesota Timberwolves. J.J. Redick is in his first year coaching in the NBA, and he's being put to the test early on. While he has two of the best players in the league in LeBron James and Anthony Davis, he's had a hard time overcoming injuries to Jackson Hayes, Christian Wood and Jared Vanderbilt. The Lakers fired Darvin Ham in the offseason, but Redick has an identical 12-9 record as Ham did in his first 21 games as a head coach. After the trouncing at the hands of the Timberwolves, questions are starting to surround Redick, and one former NBA star has seen enough. Gilbert Arenas believes that Redick deserves to be fired. Put it like this, JJ would have got fired last night if it was up to me, Arenas said on the Tuesday episode of Gil's Arena. It's still very early in Redick's career as a coach, so it's highly unlikely the Lakers are even thinking about moving on from him. He's facing some tough tests as a rookie coach, but there are still 61 games left in the season for him to turn things around. Jimmy Butler will play versus Lakers after injury report scare. The Miami Heat, 9-10, return home Wednesday night to host the Los Angeles Lakers, 12-9, following a two-game road skid, including a blowout loss to the Boston Celtics. The Heat originally labeled Jimmy Butler as questionable to play due to right knee soreness, but he has since been upgraded to available, according to Lakers reporter Mike Trudell. Miami ruled Jimmy Butler out of Monday's loss to Boston, the second game of a back-to-back, due to the same knee issue. His absence highlights the challenges Miami faces in finding consistency this season, as they once again sit under .500. Despite his questionable status, Butler will suit up against the Lakers. The forward posted 17 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal in his last game against the Toronto Raptors on Sunday. For the season, Butler is averaging 18.9 points, 5.1 rebounds, 4.8 assists, and 1.2 steals per game while shooting an efficient 53.8% from the field and 33.3% from beyond the arc. The Heat's uneven start to the season has amplified the importance of Butler's contributions as the team seeks consistency. Head coach Erik Spoelstra acknowledged the team's struggles following their loss to the Celtics on Monday, emphasizing the need for better execution on both ends of the floor to turn their season around. These challenges have also fueled speculation about Butler's future with the team. His decision not to sign an extension this past offseason has led to trade rumors, with Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype reporting that the Dallas Mavericks and Houston Rockets could emerge as potential destinations if the Heat consider moving their 35-year-old star. For now, Miami focuses on their upcoming 4-game homestand, which includes high-profile matchups against the Phoenix Suns, 12-8, and the league-leading Cleveland Cavaliers, 19-3. Butler is available for Wednesday's game against the Lakers as the Heat aim to regain momentum in front of their home crowd. Lakers news: Anthony Davis focused on team success over individual awards like MVP and DPOY. Anthony Davis has been stellar for the Los Angeles Lakers so far this season. He's played in 20 of the team's 21 games, and is averaging 27.8 points, 11.5 rebounds, and 2.0 blocks per game on 54.2% from the field and a respectable 35.7% from beyond the arc. His early performance has put him in the MVP conversation a quarter of the way through the regular season. However, Davis's name has been the subject of award conversation for the better part of a decade now. He has been a consistent Defensive Player of the Year contender and has had his name pop up in MVP conversations a few times. But through 12 full seasons, he has yet to actually take home one of the major awards. He is a 9-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA and All-Defensive Team selection and has won the NBA's block crown 3 times. but Davis tries to not put his focus on the individual accolades, instead putting team success at the forefront of his motivation. According to Melissa Rowland of Fox Sports, the MVP stuff and all that stuff will come whenever it comes, if it comes, Davis told Fox Sports. It's not like I'm going to dominate so I can win MVP. I think a lot of times when players focus on winning an individual award, they get lost in that and not focusing on team basketball. If I had the mindset, oh, I have to win the scoring title, I have to average 30 points every game, then I'd be forcing shots and doing things just to score 30, just to get the scoring title, just to try to get MVP, and now my team is losing. As long as my team is winning and playing the right way, that's my MO. I don't care about anything else. Even with that said, it would be impossible for Davis not to be frustrated by the lack of recognition for his work defensively. The Lakers superstar is certainly confused about the criteria to take home that award. I couldn't even tell you, Davis told Fox Sports. I think the goal post just moves sometimes. Some guys throughout the years have been awarded Defensive Player of the Year because they had the most blocks in a season. I've done that a couple of times and haven't gotten it. Or is it about team defense? Or is it about individual defense, and what numbers do you have on the defensive end? There's nothing that I can't do defensively. I can switch 1 through 5. I'm one of the best at guarding pick and rolls, an elite rim protector. Whatever you need me to do defensively, I can do. I honestly just stopped caring about it. But I'm not sure why I haven't received one yet, even though I'm in a conversation about it every year. At this point, I'm kind of just over it. I'm focusing on winning a championship. Davis is not only one of the best defensive players in basketball year in and year out, he is one of the best players on that end of the floor in this generation. As he says, there is nothing on defense that he can't do. And yet, the attention for Defensive Player of the Year has gone to traditional paint protectors like Rudy Gobert, other versatile big men like Draymond Green, and even a guard in Marcus Smart. Davis can both be frustrated and confused by that, while still putting team success above all else. And if the Lakers can find a way to make some noise this season, that could undo all of the issues he has with award voting. Lakers fans slam Rob Pelinka for creating excuses while not making any moves. The Los Angeles Lakers are facing a wave of backlash from their fanbase following the revelation in an ESPN report by Shams Charania and Dave McMenamin about Jared Vanderbilt's injury. A single line in the report ignited a storm of criticism. His absence has also prevented the Lakers front office from fully evaluating the needs of its roster as trade season approaches. Many fans on platforms like Reddit were quick to interpret this as an excuse planted by Rob Pelinka to justify inaction in improving the team. The reaction was harsh and pointed, as fans called out Pelinka's perceived shortcomings and the front office's lack of urgency. Lakers fans wasted no time expressing their dissatisfaction, labeling Pelinka as ineffective and unwilling to take risks. One fan remarked, "If you can't do an evaluation of this team, then you are bad at your job straight up." The sentiment was echoed widely, with others accusing the Lakers front office of being indecisive and hesitant to make moves. One particularly stinging comment read, "Rob has more excuses than LeBron's total career points." This frustration stems from the Lakers' lack of roster moves over the past 2 seasons. Despite sitting at 12-9 and 9th in the Western Conference, the team has struggled recently, going 2-5 in their last 7 games. The lack of meaningful changes to the roster, aside from drafting rookies Dalton Knecht and Bronny James, has left fans questioning the direction and ambition of the front office. Fans have pointed to Pelinka's history as evidence of a larger issue. One fan noted, "I have never seen a GM outlast 3 coaching changes in such a short period of time." Others accused the Lakers management of pushing blame onto external factors like injuries or shifting the narrative to deflect accountability. "This totally reeks of upper management," one fan wrote. "No accountability, constantly pushing blame onto others for their inadequacy." The comparison to missed opportunities from the past has further fueled the ire. Fans have repeatedly lamented the decision not to trade for players like Miles Turner and Buddy Hield 2 seasons ago, a move that could have significantly bolstered the team's chances. The reason is that they don't want a bare cupboard once LeBron has retired, one fan speculated. But they should have pulled the trigger 2 seasons ago. The current state of the roster has exacerbated the anger. The Lakers have assets, including 2 first-round picks, that they can use to acquire a star player or much-needed reinforcements. Yet, the front office has failed to make significant moves. The defense, a glaring weakness with the team ranked 24th in defensive rating, desperately needs addressing, especially given Vanderbilt's prolonged absence. Fans are tired of waiting, with one noting sarcastically, "Remember when Pelinka said, 'Wait till the summer for a star?'" Another commented, "They are fence straddlers." It's been clear as day that they don't want to make any moves for whatever reasons they might have. The frustration surrounding Rob Pelinka and the Lakers front office is reaching a boiling point. While injuries to key players like Vanderbilt are valid challenges, fans are unwilling to accept them as excuses for inaction. With LeBron James and Anthony Davis still performing at a high level, the Lakers' championship window is narrow. The call for bold moves is louder than ever, and Pelinka's ability to navigate this pressure will likely define the Lakers season, and his legacy as GM. LeBron James' Lakers slump gets father time explanation from Draymond Green. As the Los Angeles Lakers take on the Miami Heat Wednesday night, people have been focusing on the recent struggles of star LeBron James. While the talk of James retiring has been a topic of conversation, Golden State Warriors star Draymond Green gave his opinions on the slump the Lakers star is currently in. Green spoke about James on his self-titled show released on Tuesday, where he would agree that Father Time is catching up to the all-time great basketball player, but not to the extent that he needs to consider retiring immediately. Is Father Time catching up to him? Absolutely, because Father Time catches up to everyone, Green said. However, where I disagree is people are saying, "We just saw it, he's done now, we've been waiting on it, he's done." No, I disagree with that. Quite frankly, what it looks like to me is he's a little tired. They played into the playoffs last year, they fought an uphill battle last year to actually get there and make it to the playoffs, and then he comes in and does the Olympics, Green continued. That is a 2-month requirement, no time off. So what I think now is, Bron has hit a little bit of a wall right now. When you hit walls, you eventually get through the wall, but right now, I think he's a little tired and hit a wall. Does that mean Father Time is catching up to him the way y'all are saying it? No. Other than Green, there have been other former players like Jeff Teague saying James should retire after the showcase of the recent struggles. James is currently averaging 22 points, 8 rebounds, and 9.1 assists per game while shooting 48.2% from the field and 34.5% from beyond the arc. Part of the recent struggles has been James' performance from deep, as he has not made a single shot from that range in the last 4 games out of 19 attempts. While people would ask James about the possibility of playing all 82 games at 40 years old, he was more focused on the improvement of the team, according to ESPN. Playing 82 games is a goal, but we'll see. It's something I ain't discussing right now, James said. Our offense is nasty right now. The Lakers are currently 12-9, which puts them 9th in the Western Conference as they look to get back on track against James' former team in the Heat Wednesday night. Gilbert Arenas calls out one NBA team to trade everybody. After a really strong start to the season, the Los Angeles Lakers have hit a few rough patches and are struggling once again. The team is now 12-9, the 9th team in the West, and has had several difficult losses recently. Speaking on his show, Gilbert Arenas echoed cries for the Lakers to trade every body. He said the Lakers look like they did last season. That is, they are disappointing and will be lucky to make it into the playoffs unless something changes. Arenas and co-host said former head coach Darvin Ham would have been able to generate the same record for the Lakers. In fact, he did, and the Lakers were 12-9 last season too. There are a number of things bothering JJ Redick and his Lakers. Firstly, they still need more support in the front court next to Anthony Davis. The team is also being held back by numerous injuries, especially for several big men on their roster. Finally, LeBron James hasn't looked like his regular self, and several of the team's role players haven't been able to step up and pick up the slack. It's tough times for the Lakers right now, but they have been here before. Now it's time to see if they figure out what's getting in their way or if they continue to slip in the standings. Fans aren't panicking yet, but they were expecting more from the team and their new head coach, especially after such a promising start to the season. Will the Lakers commit to big trades, like Arenas is demanding? It's not clear, but something obviously has to change. Lakers' potential trade package for Jonas Valanciunas has been revealed. Jonas Valanciunas was a target for the Los Angeles Lakers this past offseason, and Hoops Hype's Michael Scotto reports the team is still very much interested in acquiring him. Scotto believes the Lakers will look to land Valanciunas by offering Gabe Vincent and multiple second-round picks to the Washington Wizards. Vincent has been a disappointment for the Lakers since signing a 3-year, $33 million deal due to injuries and inefficient shooting, Scotto wrote. Los Angeles will look to include him as a salary filler with draft pick compensation in trade talks. Keep an eye on Los Angeles potentially dangling Vincent and future second-round picks to try and land Wizards center Jonas Valanciunas, a coveted Lakers target. I am not sure that would be a good enough package. As Scotto pointed out, Vincent hasn't really made a positive impression since joining the Lakers in 2023. He has spent a lot of time on the sidelines due to injury, and even when he has played, he has struggled. Vincent is averaging just 3.2 points, 1.0 rebounds, 0.6 assists, and 0.6 steals per game in this 2024-25 season, while shooting 35.1% from the field and 24% from beyond the arc. It would be an understatement to say he isn't a valuable trade asset. Those second-round picks the Lakers would offer aren't all that valuable either, which is why I am not sure that the Wizards would accept this package. Sure, they are in rebuild mode and aren't desperate to hold on to Valanciunas, who signed a 3-year, $30.3 million deal in the offseason, but they can get more than this for him. Valanciunas is averaging 12.0 points, 7.6 rebounds, 2.2 assists, 0.4 steals, and 0.7 blocks per game for the Wizards in 2024-25. The 32-year-old would be a fine backup big man for quite a few contenders, and I don't expect him to remain in Washington for too much longer. He will be eligible to be traded from December 15 and should find a new home before the trade deadline. Lakers fans should hope that Los Angeles is Valanciunas' new home. Their team's backups for star big man Anthony Davis are Jackson Hayes, Christian Wood, and Christian Koloko. Hayes and Wood are currently injured, but even if they were healthy, I wouldn't have much confidence in them or Koloko holding their own come playoffs. Valanciunas, meanwhile, has played in 58 playoff games in his career and has averaged 13.2 points, 10.1 rebounds, 1.1 assists, 0.5 steals, and 0.8 blocks per game in them. He'd be someone who you can rely on when Davis goes to the bench and could even start next to the star against certain teams. To land Valanciunas, though, the Lakers will have to give up one of the 2 first-round picks they can trade, with protections, especially if Vincent is the player they're offering. The issue with that, however, is that parting with one of those picks would ensure the Lakers will not be able to land a third star if the opportunity to land one arises later in the season. So, they have got a lot to think about. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Jonas Valanciunas? Leave your opinion in the comments.